What's up everyone? If you're coming here from my intro video or any of my other videos, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Yusuf and I'm a SolidWorks user for the last few years, and I've been designing mechanical machinery for the last several years. So jumping straight into it, first question from our SolidWorks mock exam. Section A, problem 1. Part A, build this part in SolidWorks. Use the values below for global variables, then find the mass of the part in grams. So for the unit system, we're going to be using millimeters, grams, and seconds. Material type, aluminium. Density, 7,400 kilograms per meter cubed. Hint, this part can be built using only two features. While yes, that may be true, it's not always super critical to build parts or design parts or components in the least amount of features possible. Yes, sometimes that may be beneficial when you have more complex parts. Instead of doing simple extrusions or cut extrusions in separate features, it's easier to join them together so that or put them in the same feature so that it's easier to modify later on, because you end up having a really long list of features in your design feature tree, and that just gets messy. But for the most part, if it's a simple part like this, I would say you could go with three features and make it more easily modifiable later on. But I mean, even if you had to do it in two features, it's still much of a muchness in this case. So let's head over to SolidWorks and get started. So first things first, I'm going to start off with the base rectangle. So we have a base rectangle with a hole at some position towards the right of it. Heading back to our question. Looking down here at the side view, we have a dimension of 60 for the width, 30 for the height, 12 millimeters for the diameter, 16 from the bottom, and 16 from the right edge. So let's put those in. 60, 30, 16, 16, and our diameter is going to be 12. Okay, so that's our sketch complete. Now let's extrude. Going back to our question, our extrusion thickness is going to be 28, so we can go back to SolidWorks and put that in now. 28 millimeters and confirm. Okay, heading back over to our question. For the top part of this, where we have this 3 steps, if you look at the top view, you can see that that feature is flush with the back of our rectangular cube that we just did, and with the left edge. So using that, the best place to start our sketch from would be this face. So let's do that now. We'll start with our top step, middle, bottom step, and close our shape. Now to dimension it. So our overall height is 75 millimeters from the base of our rectangular cube to the top of the step, or to the top of the top step, and that has a dimension of 20 millimeters. So let's head back over and do those. 75, 20. Back to our PDF. We have the next step with the step width of 12 and a height of 12 from the step before it. And that step sits at a height above the rectangular cube by 20. So let's head back over to SolidWorks and do that. It seems we have an issue. So this somehow got coincidented to our origin point, so we're going to delete that constraint so we can dimension correctly. 12, 12, no, and 20. Okay, finally for our last step, we have the end of this step sitting at a distance of 12 away from the right edge of the cube. So let's do that now. Awesome. Just gonna drag that away to make it a bit easier to read. Cool. That's our sketch fully defined. Let's go ahead and extrude. The depth that we need to extrude to for this feature will be found on the top view, which is 20. So let's get our extrusion to a depth of 20. Whoa, not in that direction. Switch directions, confirm. Okay, now time to apply a material. Aluminium bronze applied. And the last thing to do is to get our mass. So according to the mass that SolidWorks spits out at me, I get a mass of 537.19 grams. Now, according to the solution manual, their solution is 537.14. So I'm not entirely sure where this discrepancy comes from. It could be from a rounding of the densities that they used or some other place. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but from what I can tell, there's zero deviation from the given information. So given the amount of variance, I would say that this is an acceptable answer. So we are done with this question, and let me know what answer you got in the comment, what answer you came to. And if you have any other feedback or suggestions or topics you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments as well. And if you enjoy the content, give me a subscribe and a like. It really helps. And I will see you in the next video.